Okay, all right, let's see how far we can go. Let's see if we can push to say 25, depending on the age level, because they can go at their pace, you know what I mean? Or you're walking, some people take their kids and walk on the track. That's a good way outdoor. You just walking, you don't have to go anywhere fancy sometimes. You can bring fanciness to you wherever you are, you know. And you're just walking and your son or your daughter having a little chit chat. Sometimes you say, son, give me your hand. And tell your daughter, just give them a little hug or something. Your daughter, same way, you know what I mean? Or daughter, get their hair updo, make they look nice and everything. And then also have a conversation with them about life. Let's say your hair look like mine now, and you get your daughter hair done. Young girls always want their hair to be upkept. And you could say, you know what, daughter? I used to have my hair like you. I used to get my hair done because I used to love my hair get done. But then after messing around and have children or so, I never listen to my parents. This is what left. Now I just give myself up sometime because I don't care no more. Or, you show them what life entails when you don't make the right decision. Like stay in school, get a good education so you can be well rounded, be grounded, and you could create your own thing sometime. I Without education don't have no free much like going to college or so you could still create a business without having a college degree. You know what I mean? But you're just talking about them about these things that you could have gone through and make your life much more easier. But because of all the things that you were doing, you didn't think these things was important. And then mommy was trying to instill, or no, mommy was there, no, papa was there, it was us. If mama was there, mama was working also. Her time trying to pay the bill and do everything was just to make sure she come home, buy food, cook, clean up, wash, da da da, sleep, go back to work. So we had to fetch for ourselves. So when children get luxury, they don't understand what it is to have luxury. They just know they have luxury, but we have to talk to them about these things. I told my kids all the time, I say, listen to me. You guys have life easier than when I was growing up because all the things I'm being given to you guys, I can't recall myself having those things. It's like every time they go to the store with you to go shopping, like nobody have young children. They start whining themselves. So they need a toy or something. And who's gonna give it to them? Mama. Sometimes I say, I'm not giving it to you. And then another time I felt so bad because especially if I'm in the store long enough, I mean they deserve it. You see, we can compromise with our kids sometimes. I'm telling you. So there's so many things that goes on with our children and so forth. And then all our children getting people, we can't sit down and pet them all the time. They're not animals. We can't sit down and pet them all the time. We have to have tough conversation with the children. Some of them are gonna be harsh because it's the way you know how, but just do it in the best way possible to make it appropriate for their age group level. And some of the things is not gonna be appropriate, especially when they don't listen. It's like you go to school and you send your kids to school, and every day you hear they in trouble, they in this, they in that, and a lot of these trouble that they're telling you as spirits that the children are getting into. Sometimes it's ridiculous. Sometimes it's so overwhelming because it could be the little boy or the little girl just say water bottle and they blow it out of proportion. You could mean that you have a little boy or a little girl walk past. Sometimes you're walking past, and sometimes you're so close to each other, not thinking you bump somebody. Oh, this person hit this one on his private part, and they blow it out of proportion. Now they start to blame the home. Is the home the child coming from? Sometimes you have nothing to do with the home. It have something to do with the negative mentality of the people around those children. Because not only the home the children learn bad things from. We gotta also remember that a lot of things that you see children learn out there to the environment will teach them. The schools, the church, the community, a lot of stuff they will learn. And everybody look like to point the finger back to home. What about all the other factors that we learned about? What happened to those factors? They erase. You have a child literally walk by. How many of you been at work sometime and you be walking past your friends and family? Hello, Miss Cynthia. How are you? Greetings, greetings. How you doing? How many of you walking past your co-workers many time in a little claustrophobic little area, and they bump into you or you bump into them and you have to say sorry? I know intentional. Intentional, but they just blow it out of proportion. Literally take everything out of proportion. I'm doing good so far, feeling much better and everything doing good so far. How you been doing? So we need to start, and that's why a lot of parents are so stressed out. Listen, I had my son in the school system. I sent him to school. Some people they say, why you have your child in homeschool? No, I literally was always in my car crying because every day I sent him to school for the whole year. Not the school he was leaving from, but the other school he went to after he left pre-kindergarten. He was there, and every day you pick him up once you see the teacher hold his hand, he's in trouble. And he asked, what is it? And the first thing they told me, I know the other kids is a very good same student, but I know this one, he get trouble and he this. I always say I would love to see those camera, because many times children are wrongfully accused because somebody else, manipulation start everywhere. It's not just when you get old. If a child know that this child always been labeled as a troublemaker, they will probably toss something in this person's head. And when they toss it in this child head and this child turn around and this child ain't budging, this child gonna knock this silent out of you. And when that person knock this silent out of you, you know who they see knock this silent out of you? The person who defending themselves. That's who get in a trouble most of the time. And we clearly can see how the system is. Even recently I was watching a video on YouTube where this man been in jail for how many years? Wrongfully. So all these things we have to have discussion about. Same thing I use it on my son. I say, son, let me tell you something because he have a brother now. And when they start getting to it, I say, son, let me tell you something. When Amir do you something and you don't open your mouth and say nothing to me, I hear Amir cry out because you whoop Amir. I'm not. I didn't see Amir did him anything. You see what I'm saying? I just hear Amir crying. No, I'm like, because the baby is younger than him. Why is the baby crying? And then the baby coming, but brother hit me right here. Now you know who I'm gonna get mad at. The big one. And then when you get mad at him, he gonna start to cry and say, Mama, it's my brother. You didn't see. And I said, that's why I told you. Anyone mess with you, open your mouth loud enough and say, do not hit me. When you say that, and if somebody literally, if that child keep bugging you again, you keep saying it, do not touch me, do not hit me or anything, then now when you take this thing now and give him a good smack for leaving you alone, because now it become harassment now. How you gonna get in trouble for that? And it's so easy for the person who defending themselves to get in trouble as opposed to the person is that you ever see we always greet somebody and just lick them up the head, and then the person stand and turn around and he probably tore you there when he turn around. You over here didn't is not the one who hit him. Is the one over here hit him. But because when he turn around, he just look around and he said, oh, you hit me, and he just knock this one out. Not realizing that that person had nothing to do. He was just right in the vicinity at the wrong time. So those are all little discussion we have to have with our children. Talk about peer pressure as well, because uh, for you to send your little 13-year-old or underage kids to school and you only can hear on the news people lowering them here and there, that's tell that is a need for us as parents to start jumping now and take the control of parenthood. I know a lot of parents are scared too, because a lot of times parents want to route to the whooping route and they're so scared because a child can just pick their phone up and say, oh, my mama is abusing me, even if it's just scolding, because they keep going to school and getting a bad report about that child. A bad report, no matter what you do. You send them to heaven, they come back down to hell. You send them up to the moon, they come back down to earth. It's like they spit up in the sky and they spit come right back down to you. You don't know what else to do than to pan the belt or something, anything you catch and knock them somewhere. And then you hear your wicked mama, your wicked papa. But them can't even tolerate the kids. I remember I had days when I used to cry. And 1 week before my son graduated from his first kindergarten to go to grade 1, he went back to school. They suspend him. And then he went back to school the same week within the graduation week. And they suspending him again. So he can't come back to school till graduation. Do you know how devastating I was? A 5-year-old gets suspended twice. I'm saying I go to the school once and I remember I said, this seemed like he commit murder over here. What could possibly a 5-year-old child be doing that is unbearable? And then what they're telling me is happening. I say, what is this person doing in his way? Why this would be happening or that would be happening? You see what I'm saying? So there's several things that, and when the bullies are bullying children too, the bully kids out there, they do it in a way where they are not the victim. They are the victim. Sorry, they are the victim because nobody see them because they do their work. Some of them are so clever, so everybody overlook them. And you know where buck shuffle probably don't know all your ABCs and don't know for all your numbers from 1 to 20 or from 1 to 30, and they know. You think you're gonna get the bypass? No, you're gonna get in trouble for it. And sometimes that child may not be loved at school either. So everything happened, it's on that child. All the child need to do one time at school is to do something wrong, and that child will be labeled for the rest of his life if he don't change. If he don't listen to his or her parents, that child will be walking around labeled. And the only miracle is going to take for that child to snap out of that miracle, and that is within the parents' prayer. Pray for them, talk to them, have these dialogue at home. Sometimes as soon as they pick them up from school, they ask them, son and daughter, how is every day? Sometimes they want to snap at you, excuse me? You're going to snap, but you're going to say, let me know what's going on. You don't want to force them for everything, but the world we're living in is not the same as how we were raised. However, you were raised in different parts of the world, totally different world you're living in. Because even when we were scared to date, these young kids nowadays they have boyfriends and girlfriend, and I'm like, some parents think it is cute. It's not cute. It's not one bit cute. It's not cute. A little girl don't need to talk about boyfriend or anything. Yes. A little girl, a little boy, don't need to talk about mama with a girl and then you're all supporting all those ideas and everything. No. It's a wrong approach. But you ask them 1 plus 1 and half of them don't know what 1 plus 1 is. But they know what boyfriend and girlfriend is. See, a lot of the things that we parents are so happy to support is the beauty of appearance, the beauty of a lot of stuff that is vanity. But the things that are going to ground our children for the rest of their life is shoved to the back. Education that is going to ground them for the rest of their life is shoved to the back. But you can say, "Oh, my son, my daughter." When do we get to that point? You think when I was growing up, we could dare talk about boyfriend? You better close the lip. You better hide. Hey. Huh? I'm not saying these conversations are not good, but some children will take it because you are happy with who they're talking to. Next thing they get entangled. And you probably don't even aware because you overlook it because they're so cool, calm, collective. But the peer pressure is there. So don't forget that. The peer pressure is there. You say good night, mama. I can't. I am hanging up. No, no more falling asleep. All right. You have a good night. Good night. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate so much. We see that back. Thank you. You know what I mean? So we're talking about young kids having boyfriend and girlfriend at a young age. What about their reading? What level are they reading at? That should be their girlfriend. That should be their boyfriend. How many books does they got in the home to read and write and expand their vocabulary or something? That should be their boyfriend or girlfriend at that age. Thank you so much, Miss Sinabag. Appreciate so much. Thank you. Yes, man. We're talking about boyfriend and girlfriend, and some of the parents are so, I don't even want to say it because you gotta get wise up. Because even though there's nothing wrong with your kids come on and say, I got a friend at school or something. Yes, you want to know the parents and everything, and everything. But then when you start to say, oh, they can go hang out and, excuse me, hang out where? I would love to see which one of the girl gonna come knock on my door, but they gonna come for look for my son at a young age. Girl, if you don't get your maths book correct, boy, if you don't get your maths correct, if you don't get your finance on the situation, if you don't get your credit on the situation, which is your maths and English, you better take the next door. Because appearance ain't gonna last forever. And that's what we need as parents to tell our children. All this attraction and all these things that we are attracted to ain't gonna last forever. One thing will last is salvation. A good education, they say, will never decay. So you have all the children, they can't count, they can't run, they can't happen, they can't skip, but they have all everything else. We gotta cut that out. 13-year-old should never even talk about boyfriend. Tell me about your boyfriend, which is maths. Tell me about your boyfriend, which is English. Tell me about your boyfriend, which is Spanish. Tell me about your girlfriend, which is French. You can speak French, you can speak this, you can do that, you can multitask. That's what I want to hear about. But then you can spend all the time on your phone, and then I get a report of yes, one plus one equal. You know what I mean? It's not. I'm laughing, but it's not funny, family. But just the thought of it. You parents now have to start play those roles. Okay, so now you have girlfriend, you have responsibility. So let me see now, because your local girlfriend might, because they associate, they say local girlfriend. Your local girlfriend might want a rose when Valentine's come. Your local girlfriend might want a Christmas present when holiday come. Sometimes they might want to come over your house. Over which one of the house? That's when you have your maths under control. I told my children already, you're not carrying nobody to my house. So you better have maths and English. Parents, we have to push education at the forefront. Let our children know when maths and English is up, you go to school, you get good report and all these things. And then they go on to college and university and everything, then whatever they do there is on them. At least they know how to add, they know how to manage their finance. They might not fully aware yet, but at least they're on the verge now. You get the part out, which is the things that need to get there, or even to learn a skill. They don't have to go college and universities to gain a skill. They have skills trade schools, for who don't aspire to go all 4 years or how much years to go do masters and degree and PhD. Because not everybody cut for that, not everybody built for that. But they have skill trade school. But they still need maths and English, because if they can't read, they won't be able to calculate nothing. You're gonna sign your name on every little thing. So parents, start have this conversation with your children. You let them know this is my boyfriend, maths and English, science and social study, and find out what they want to become in life, and find out the subject area that they're gonna work towards, that they're gonna need to work on. Even if you are the parents who cannot read or write, nothing wrong with that. Your mouth is working. You can tell your kids, hey, you pick your book up yet? Where's the book? Bring it come. Even when you don't know A from Bullfoot out of that book, I promise you, you ask a child to bring that book come. That's encouragement. I know parents who taught their kids what couldn't even read and write for themselves, but they always make sure the child probably come beside them. They sit down every day and they said one or two words that they will know off the bat or so. They will ask the child or so, and the child be doing their work and they just say and they don't know nothing. But they always make sure education was of utmost importance. But some of our parents get our priority wrong. When does boyfriend become education? When does girlfriend become education? And then you guys are so proud of it, and your children level of qualification is sinking. You gotta think, man. All that can combine at that early age. Nothing wrong with them having their friends, but all these boyfriend and girlfriend, and you're like, what? Nowadays we never open our mouth talk about boyfriend and girlfriend. You probably talk about the man that run through the house. You never talk about the boyfriend and girlfriend. Huh? So start make these things be your children. What do you want them to achieve in life? Sometimes you can't stand your children when they get on your nerves, which is true. But what in that moment that's when you use up all your advantage right there. Eh? You go to school, you don't even know A from Bullfoot. But you over here talking about girlfriend or boyfriend. Spell boyfriend, you can't spell it. But you have a girlfriend. Spell boyfriend, you can't spell it. But you have a boyfriend. Your spelling's not even up there yet. But you have everything else like an adult would have in life. None of that not running away. And that's what parents have to tell their kids. And I'm not saying it's all parents, because you have good parents out there who don't play none of those kind of games. Your parents out there, they're not playing playing those games. You think I'm gonna play with my boys? I don't play with them now. You think I'm gonna play with them later? I told my son already. I said I'm gonna be the annoying grandmother, not the annoying grandmother, the annoying mama you got. You bring somebody home every second or something. It's not gonna happen. It's not working in my house. In my mama's house, we don't do that. Have those discussions. Talk about peer pressure, the things that peer pressure can do to your children. Because sometimes it's not the home they're learning these things from either. They go out there in the community. Even in sports, they play sports, they do any little thing. People out there who are preying on the children, trying to groom them, and these children think that, oh wow, my mom never done this for me. My mom never give me $100 before. My papa never give me nothing before. And somebody promised me the world, I'll buy you anything you want. You don't have to tell mama. Poor thing them don't know that they're being misled. You understand? The poor thing them don't know that they're being brainwashed. And that's where we come in as parents. And having a good relationship with our children will also help them to be more open up to us. So when things are not going good. I used to be around a family and they had a young child at the time. And one day the child said, she was young, she was about, I think she had just turned 12 at the time. And she asked me, she said, can you ask my dad to ask him if I could have a boyfriend? I said, what? I said, what? I said, no. I said, right now you need to focus on your book or your pencil, your boyfriend. I said, when you get a good education, you can get anything you want in this world. Nothing running away. You gotta remember, people, the errors you make in life, probably because nobody was there to kind of steer you. Probably you live in a one barn home where mama was always working, so some of the tough conversation that she needed to have with you, she didn't have it because she was always busy or tired, exhausted, just trying to make twins meet. And by the time she would have ready to make twins meet for you guys, you already grown up. You already make your decision up, you already make your mind up, and you already draw your own conclusion, and so shall it be until you learn or bucket or something happen. You know what I mean? But we live in a different era now. Gone were the days. But family, I ain't gonna stay long with you guys, but I want you guys to start have these discussion with your children. Take your children out, have them take them when you have good money, or you pay all the bills and you can spare something. Take your children, surprise them, take them out. You're the one gonna help your children. So when anybody gonna lower them or promise them this or promise, they already used to these things. You're not gonna have it to do it all the time. But when you look, same way you can get your hair and your nails done, especially if you don't do it on your own, where you only go by the $3 here, the $5 here, the $20 here. So that way you can spare a day for those children, so you can take them somewhere. You just, let them know a lot of things. They're young girls. You pretend you're pulling out the chair for them. This is how people should be treating you when you're looking at a future with somebody. Whether long term, short term, medium term, goals are goals. It could be for short term because you need experience. You know, medium term. I mean, you don't really want to jump from here to here or hop from here to here. So you'll be in medium term in something. But it also teaches them a lot about the ups and downs, the consequences of a lot of stuff, the decisions they're gonna make. You don't know what decisions they're gonna make, because mind you, they have a mind of their own. But when you steer them in the right direction early, then when they're about to make a mistake, or it happens so they make a mistake, they will never make that one again. Because now they remember what they have been through. They might not even say to you, but they remember what they have been through. A lot of kids know who you see are silent because they've been through stuff. They've been through stuff. Especially when you have to leave them with anybody just to make two ends meet. They go through stuff. And then people smile in your face and say, oh, they were good kids and blah, blah, blah. But you weren't there, and they knocked them up their head. They touch them inappropriately and tell them to shut up. If they tell their mama or their papa, then you know what next. Poor kids them have to live with that trauma for the rest of their life. Looking in your face, mama, I'm all right, everything is okay. So if we start bonding with our kids, then we can change the narrative. We can change the narrative of a lot of stuff. And then some of you mothers out there, don't give two fly about your children. You need to start give a fly. Because some of you have beef with little children. And what I mean beef, you're holding malice with your kids. They are your kids. And if you hold malice with them, what will have society to do with those kids? Just think about it. If you birth a kid and you hold malice with them, what will have this society to do with those little kids? They get on your nerves to talk about it, but they are your children. Don't let them fault, and then when they fault, you're going to say, oh, no, no, no. Then you're going to leave them in the street, and what's going to happen? Everything going to come back to you. Everything, because they are the age. Every little thing. So stop holding malice with your children. They might say something at the mouth and you didn't like yourself. You calm down and you talk to your children. You correct them. Now hold malice with them. Then you're setting them up for failure. Because now they're going to go, okay, mommy not talking to me. Mommy don't give me no lunch money to go to school. Daddy don't want to give me no lunch money. What do you think going to happen now? You're sending them in somebody else's arms. Because you're mad at them. They may be rude at you. Weren't you rude when you were growing up? You're just the difference with you and them. Though you get smacked when you grow up. But with society now, you can't do that with half of the children. God forbid. Wake up and smell our coffee, family. Don't hold no malice with your kids. I've seen a lot of people hold malice with their children. And then when society got to raise them, you have a problem with it. You shouldn't have a problem because you send them out there. Holding malice with your kids for what? If you steering your children in the right direction, let them hold malice with you. You don't hold nothing with them because they're going to learn. As long as you keep giving them the information, they're holding malice with you as a daughter, son. You're going to learn the hard way. But I'm telling you now, you give them information. Even when they're mad and you think they're not listening, they're listening. Wait till something happens. They gonna remember the last conversation you had with them. So stop playing with your whole malice with your kids. You and them not sleeping in the same bed and playing around with the same man or something. Cut that out. And step up and be appearance as you're supposed to. Sometimes you have to be harsh with your parenting style. So they ever gonna be baga helicopter with them. And then the next time you be this the calm, cool, collective mama and papa. But that's how we were raised. Most of us was raised like that. But when you neglect the children now, because this one rude, they don't have the manners, they stinking rotten. That child you should be happy. He have a voice, she have a voice. What you need to do is say, son and daughter, I respect you for standing up in what you believe in or so forth. But you don't talk to mama like that. You can't even go in the Bible. Oh, you just finished. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Be safe going home. Thank you. All right. You know what I mean? We gotta stand up or we gotta fight. Or you neglect the kids or they're not the manners, you're kicking them outside. I remember, you know, I know I was this bold person from I was little. I remember I was younger and I was adopted. So as I'm talking about this, I was adopted. So one day my sister called me and she said, my mama kicked me out the house. I said, why mama kick you out the house? This is B though going to high school. I said, why mama kick you out the house? She said, I don't know. I said, why mama kick you out the house? She can't tell me. I have a phone because I was doing track and field at the time and everything. So they gave me a phone. So I called my mama. So I called my mama and I said, Ma, just like how my son said, Ma. He said, Ma, why is my sister outside? Put her back in the house. We'll call it up on you. I said, put her back in the house. My mama told me. This is where I get my boldness from early. But early on, I know what I want. And say, put my sister back in the house for calling up on you. She said, bring the car, come on the machete. She called the machete, Masitenga. She said, come down here and see if the Masitenga don't talk on you. I said, Ma, then me know that I was in high school. And I remember I said this to my mom. I said, Ma, do you know you put your child outside? You don't know what can happen. People can rape her. Guys, I was just going on like I had an ammunition. Like somebody had taught me these things. I said, Ma, you can't do that. Because we had peer counseling, we call it personal development classes where they talk about a lot of things, hygiene, all kind of stuff, life and stuff. So we had that kind of teachment in school. And I said, no, you cannot do that. Where I said, make sure before the night done, she back in the house. And then when I called back down there, and I say, where's my sister at? I say, you want to talk to her? She said, over here. I don't play. I wasn't rude to my mom. It's just that if fact that you go because of some discrepancy, you're gonna kick your child out the door on the underage. I'll play that. If you're gonna raise young man, strong woman, strong man, kicking them outside is not gonna make them strong. It's gonna make them stray. And I hope you guys are listening. Kicking your child outside is not gonna make them become strong. It's gonna make them stray. And when they go astray, you know what gonna happen? The burden gonna be on you, especially in America with all these laws coming up under your national, jugging you to national. You better wake up. You better wake up, family. Don't sit comfortable no more. Because every time somebody get in trouble, it's a lesson to wake up for all parents. Oh, my kids are not like that. You don't know what your kids gonna be into. Because even me talking, I don't know what they're gonna be into when they grow older. You see what I'm saying? But it's also a wake up call for us to understand that the things that we're doing sometimes to punish the children, let them stay in the house and you can probably tear their ass up with the belt or something. But kick them outside, especially in these days, day and age. People can offer them any drugs, sex trafficking, all kind of stuff. And then you start treat them bad because they treating you bad. It's your kids. What about going down on your knees? Everybody forgot their knee. What's wrong with your knee? If you can't go down on your knee, you can't stand up and pray. and ask God for direction and ask God to steer your children back home. And when I mean back home, come back to the little girl or the little boy you have done. Let them know God. Because it's easy to talk the negative trash about a child when they're rude than to talk good about them. Even as adults, it's easier for you route to the trash when people mess with you than to route to, you know what, I'm just going to breeze this off. You breeze it off after you're done with the trash. But don't forget, they are your children. Don't let society raise them for you because then you're going to get in trouble if they are the age. So you think about that. When they're 18, they're on their own. I tell my kids, if you go to college or wherever you go to get a skill, I say you will allow in my house at 18. But after, if you don't intend to do nothing, you're not allowed. You're 18, you come of age, exit. But if you're doing something like going to school or you getting a skill and you need a little more time to catch yourself before you can go there and spread your wings, fine. You have to give them some ulterior motives so they understand that you're not joking. Especially if they were snappy at the mouth and you say you can't wait till they get up 18. But at the same time, if they intend to go to university, college, get a skill trade or something, be there with them. Help support them in that journey. As long as you see they're doing something meaningful, because sooner or later they will get the memo. And you know why they're gonna get the memo? Because you never give up off them. No matter the rubble, no matter the trash, you never give up. Parents will give up off their children, they see a clear indication what happened. They fall victim to a lot of stuff. Some kids are hard to come back because their mind is being stuck that way for so long from they were little coming up. Because everybody look at it, oh, it's so cute, so cute, so cute. When are you gonna stop so cute? And they'll say we need to instill certain things in these children so they can get what they need. When they grow up, you can say, son, boy, you were handsome when you're young, you were so cute when you're young. Education now. If there's no education now, it's harder when they grow older to get education because no, they don't have no sponge brain anymore. They're growing now, so their brain absorb. And that's one thing you gotta remember. When the children is young now, their brain is like sponge. They soak up a lot of things. You a lot of teachers can tell you, especially when the little ones go to school, they tell you everything that happened at home, mama, papa, everything they see, they can tell their teacher. Oh, mama hit my brother. Oh, I see this, or I see a man come over the other day with my mama, and they talk everything. Even though you send the little ones there to school, those school ones they look like they doesn't they send them to school, they chat all your business. Some of them don't, but majority of them do chat their business. Especially when you're talking about family time and you're having a discussion about family time. Ooh, yes. Those kids remember a lot of stuff. you know I remember I have one kid in the class, not here but outside of this country, and I have one child in the class, and he say, my mama and my papa broken up, and one day my father come and pick me up from school. He was so exposed you could tell, but he was only like 5, I think he was 5 going 6. Yeah, he was 5. And my father come and pick me up with his new girlfriend, and I saw them kissing. Like, oh my god. And I don't like her. Yes, these kids, they tell all your business at school. So even when they tell these kids hold it down, hey, hold it down, they're a little fridge. Old fridge, they are holding it. But that's the beauty of the kids, they're learning, you know what I mean? But such is like family start have discussion with your children, because if you don't, the society will have it for you, okay? And you don't want society to have discussion about your children because they will have it for you. And once they have it, and pay attention to the friends they're around too. Look at operation when you see they're around the friends, the kind of friends they are. Some friends are giddy headed and all these things. You gotta pay attention. You know, yes, you're at work, you're tired, you're exhausted, and you don't have the time to look at your kids, but start pay attention. Know the circles that they're around. Because if you don't know the circle, how you going to say you can't assume nothing? I remember environment factors that affect the way children raised. It's not just the home. You have the school, the church, the community, the environment. You have so many factors. You can Google it too. They Googleable, so you can go Google it. You know, even though internet might not give you everything that you need, but if you're parents who don't understand a lot of these things, because some of these things don't come from the home, and that's the honest truth. We have to be real. Some things are learned from the peers, the school, the church, the community, the environment, the surrounding, etc., etc. But even if you're not knowledgeable about a lot of stuff, just Google what are some of the factors that can have impact on children's life, daily lives. Apart from the home, what are the other factors? But until then, people wanna walk good. I'm gonna walk good because I have to get up. I'm gonna go right to bed and see if I can get up in the morning because I have to take that one to school. They're snoring tonight. You can tell they're tired. So anyway, family, you guys walk good and you know me. You probably talk all kind of crap, but at the same time, it's hope you don't fall on deaf ears and somebody learns something, or even if you're a lazy mama, but something that is in there that you weren't doing as a mother or as a father, start do it. It's never too late to catch real back things in. Start doing. Take your kids out, enjoy them. Sometimes you take them out on a little me time. You know, if it's a two family home and you have so many kids and you can't take all of them out on a one-on-one date, you have one partner stay at home with the rest of kids if they're willing to compromise and do that, and you take at least the bigger one out because once you teach the bigger one the way, then he will also teach the little ones the way. Just in case if anything happened to you, at least the bigger one know the way, so he should be able to show his little siblings the way. And that's what I'm doing right now with my big son too. Giving him all the ways to show him the way, so that if any little thing should ever happen, he's supposed to have enough things that he can help to show his brother the way. You know what I mean? So each one teach one family. So don't forget that, but don't neglect your first child. Cause when you neglect them, the first one, that's when you start your family structure start become, because now they feel like you didn't care for them, you didn't love them, because here come little Harry, here come little Pat in the house blocking all that they were supposed to get. So when you're doing anything and taking out the children, take the big one out first. When you're talking about one-on-one with your children, even if it wasn't something you had in your house before, start when you're doing one-on-one. Take a big one out first. You set up something, maybe find out what he likes, if you can, if you're bowling he like, or some form of thing that he like, you take him out one-on-one, or she one-on-one, and get them done. If it's a spa day or whatever, and then you go to a book club, get a book, a book they can read. Both of you have book reading and sharing your thoughts, sharing your knowledge about the book or something, you know, and see how things work. Start from there. Don't neglect the first child. And when you neglect the first child, you will be sorry, because that child not gonna make nobody in the house happy. you know. So as much as they say, oh, but he big now, he grown. No, no, no. You neglect the big one, and he gonna teach you a lesson, and that lesson will follow all the other kids. Yeah, he will end up hate the other kids. So start there, people. You know what I mean? And to God be the glory. Don't forget that in God we put our trust, and He can move every single blockage out of our way. But we gotta get back the structure in the home. Yeah, get back the structure in the home, get back the structure in the church, get back the structure in school, get back the structure in friends and family and everything. And we'll be on our way. You understand? But until then, family, I am out. God bless you all. Have a peaceful night. Until then, we sign off.